people? It's your boy Patrick Michael Strange. This is the New Release Wednesday show with the New Review, and I have a new review with my people over here, my con fam, good friend, Lauren Grant of Quirktastic. So happy to have you here, girl. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing? So excited to have you here.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. I know you're so excited.
Yes.
It's been a crazy. We saw the film last week. And I did a very bad review with my buddy Keith Chow of the Nerds of Color. Shout out to Keith with the Hard Knock Life, Southern Fried Asians, family in the house. But we have Quirktastic in the house. We have Lauren Grant. We were talking afterwards. I wish we were just saying it earlier. If we recorded our conversation after our initial review that Keith and I recorded, it would have been a lot better. So my gal Lauren is here. She's gonna really break it down to kind of give it because she actually read the books. I didn't read the books. I know. I'm sorry, Kevin Kwan. I can't wait to check them out. And because of this film now, I'm excited to actually read it and the other two because it's probably gonna be a minute until we get the other films, or at least I'm hoping not. I'm hoping this film does really well, and we're gonna hey. We're starting. We're booking locations. We got the actors ready. Let's film because I want. There's 3 books.
Yes.
I want 2 and 3. We need a trilogy.
No, we definitely need it. It's something that just has to happen, and I love the way one ended, just because it left you wanting more.
Yes.
But it also left you satisfied in a way where it's just like, all right, I need the next one by at least next year. But it just ended in such a way. The whole movie was absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Reading the books, I picked up the books literally about a week after it hit the stands.
Yeah.
And just the whole look of the cover and the title alone, like Crazy Rich Asians, what is this? I grew up with a lot of Asian friends. In college, I was in a dance crew. And
for real?
For real,
I didn't know
dude.
Lauren has some skills. I used to battle.
Did you?
Yes.
Bruh. We might have to go somewhere one day.
Okay.
But yeah, just intertwining and stuff like that. When I first started off in the comic game, I was actually more tailored to the Japanese side of things.
Okay.
I reviewed a lot of anime and manga.
Starting
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need a resident manga anime expert on the show. So, I didn't even know Brandy was. Well, I know Brandy had a little touch. She does our web story. She's on behind her. Shout out to Brandy.
Hi,
Not quite accurate cosplay. The 2 of y'all, we're gonna have to make that happen.
Yes. No, for sure.
I'm gonna throw it off to you.
All right.
So you can break it down from the books to the film. Do your thing.
All right.
Lauren, I love you. Appreciate you, girl. All right.
Thank you.
Tear it up.
Rach, we've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to be my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
We'll take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
Money.
1.2 million.
That's what I want.
The Nick you're dating is Nick Young.
Yeah, you guys know them or something?
Hells yeah. They're just the biggest developers in all of Singapore.
Damn, Rachel. It's like the Asian Bachelor. These people aren't just rich. They're crazy rich.
Oh, you really should have told me that you're like the Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry. Mom, this is Rachel Chu.
She just thinks you're some, unrefined banana.
No. Those are for your fingers.
Yellow on the outside or white on the inside.
Do something crazy!
I chose to raise a family. For me, it was a privilege. But for you, you may think it's old-fashioned.
Don't you want Nick to be happy?
I know you're not what Nick needs.
She's like trying to play a game of chicken with me, thinking I'm gonna swerve like a chicken.
But you can't swerve. You gonna roll up and be like,
Bok bok, bitch.
Okay, maybe not as aggressive.
I met a girl, I fell in love, and I want to marry her.
You're Nicholas Young. You're untouchable. But Rachel's not.
Have you prepped Rachel to face the wolves?
You know I'm back, like I never left.
I really admire you. It takes guts coming all the way over here, facing Nick's family.
Another day, another breath.
I know this much. You will never be enough.
It's about time someone stood up to Auntie Eleanor. Well, you, not me. Oh, God. She can't know I was ever here.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this.
Ever since I can remember, my family has been my whole life. Rachel!
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, He might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
You nasty. You kind of nasty. You got nastier.
What's up, guys? So, Crazy Rich Asians is crazy and it's pretty rich. It's pretty insane. The book starts off, you know, it is your stereotypical rom-com, but then it goes so much deeper. You have boy meets girl, boy and girl date for, you know, what, about a year, and then he decides, hey, it's time to take her home to meet my family. And the whole time he's like, oh, by the way, I am rich. Or he doesn't tell her that. She finds out on the way there. And stuff just pops off. But, you know, for starters, I also want to thank Patrick for inviting me on here and talking about this as a Black woman speaking on this issue. Like,
love you, Lauren.
Love you. Like, it's an honor to be able to speak on this. I stand for the Asian community the same way y'all stand for us with Black Panther.
Definitely.
We have to stick together. So
representation matters.
Yes.
I'm throwing that hashtag on the screen right now.
So digging deeper, the books and the movie, it was probably the most accurate book to film adaptation I have seen in a minute now. It encompasses everything that is going on, but it was amazing to see it actually come to fruition in, you know, on screen, because Kevin Kwan does a brilliant job of explaining certain things. Once you read the book, he even has like, he'll have like footnotes at the bottom, he'll have a family tree and a breakdown, because it really does get pretty crazy reading all of these different storylines. And when it comes time for, you know, you to see everything happen on screen, it just translates so beautifully. To see the like over the top craziness that these Asian people are doing.
Hashtag that wedding.
Hashtag
oh my God.
The wedding. The wedding scene, when y'all get to
hashtag
the
that walk
scene,
down.
Just everything about that is just over the top. You just like, and the best thing about the whole film is they know that they're over the top the whole way through. There's never once where they're just like, what? Like this is just like how their life is. So digging deeper, the comedy on point, the poking at America,
oh, savage,
on point, savage at its finest. The romance, perfect, not too much, not too little. It was something that was very real. And speaking on it being very real, it's something that a lot of people in the Asian community do go through when it comes time to date or marry within certain families. Not even marrying a rich family, but just certain different cultural aspects. They talked about, you know, some speak Mandarin, some speak Hokkien, and stuff like that. Like, there are just subtle differences between the lines that a whole family will be like, nah. So when our girl Rachel, who is the daughter of a single mother that immigrated from China, and, you know, she came up from the bottom, now she's here in Singapore, and she's, you know, she's established a really good life for herself. She's a college professor at NYU. She's the youngest on staff. By American standards, that's amazing. By Singaporean and Malaysian standards, not so much. They need to know every single thing. So I was really pleased with how they just translated the character. Shout out to Constance Wu.
Yes.
Because Constance, like, I'm used to seeing her in Fresh Off the Boat. In a Fresh Off the Boat, she's like almost the complete opposite of what she is in Crazy Rich Asians. She is just, you know, she's your stereotypical Asian mother that's very strict on her kids. In Crazy Rich Asians, she's a young 20-something who is kind of doe-eyed. She's fallen in love with this amazing guy. Whew.
Made me question my sexuality.
Shout out to Henry Golding.
Yes.
And just amazing. And she just, I always say that the best actors, I should be able to look at them on screen and not think of their real name. Like, she embodied Rachel, and it was amazing. Michelle Yao?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my gosh. So she goes back. She's she's a veteran in the Asian community in film.
Yes.
But the thing is, she's also known for playing very subtle characters who are usually very straight-laced and just very serious. And so in the books, the one minor change that I didn't know if I would be happy with as a reader and as a fan was just the fact that in the book, Eleanor Young is so over the top, overbearing Asian mother that it's comical. And so sometimes like you'll actually like laugh throughout the book because I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe she's done that. Completely translates differently in the film, but Michelle rocks it. And it's great. And then just going over everything else, all the characters, they don't touch on as many character lives as they do in the book, but I'm actually quite happy about that. Sometimes when you read the book, you'll have like 2 or 3 chapters back to back where you're learning about a cousin or something and you're just like, okay, I'm trying to get to where it really got juicy. So they kind of focused on the juicier characters like Astrid. Astrid is Nick's first cousin. And she's known for being beautiful and just a fashion icon, and she's nice. She's literally pretty much perfect. And so they touch on her marriage and stuff like that and just things that are going on in her life. And
shout out to Gemma Chan.
Yes,
Gemma Chan played
like,
Astrid. Yeah,
like she's like phenomenal. The casting for Crazy Rich Asians was so on point. I don't know how well like Awkwafina, my girl.
Yes.
My girl.
Yes.
Like her as
My
Piglet.
soul.
Yo, I am. In case you don't know anything about me, just watch that movie. That character is how I am. That's basically
Love her.
the way you gotta say it. So everyone from the character and the development of those characters, we got a lot of good character development for the first book, or the first film. And I'm just really excited to see where they go for the second film. Like I had mentioned earlier, they left it on a really nice halfway cliffhanger, I noticed. They really didn't have to open or close it the way that they did. And I feel like they did that for 2 reasons. We're all really worried that, you know, what if this doesn't do well? And I feel like they did that for like ending purposes, like just in case we don't get it for, you know, maybe another 3 or 4 years, which they better not.
Yeah, please.
Because we need this now.
Yes.
So I feel like they closed it that way, just talking from the film perspective, but then they also let a little bit open just to be like, but this is what you gotta look forward to. So all in all, Crazy Rich Asians was literally one of the best films of 2018. 2018 is very much the year that the Asian community and the Black community are taking film
Hells
down.
yeah.
We just got a first look at Mulan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
and we had Black Panther earlier this year. Just, it is our year, and Crazy Rich Asians is more than just a rom-com. It touches on so many subjects. It touches on the discourse between Asian Americans and people from the East and how they feel about each other. It addresses so many things, and it has a lot of heart and a lot of laughs and a lot of everything, and it's over the top in every single way. It is crazy and it is rich.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't get yet. I'm sorry. And again, Lauren, oops, sorry. So happy to have you on. What we do at the very end is now you're part of the family. They want to follow you.
Yay!
And we also want to shout out Quirktastic.
Yes!
So throw that on there, and my magic is to make it appear on the screen as you say it.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead.
So, thank you guys so much for inviting me on for this review. It is the New Review for New Release Wednesdays. I'm Lauren Grant, your managing editor and executive producer with Quirktastic.co. Make sure to follow us at Quirktastic.co on Instagram. Sign up for our newsletter and follow me at Low Genius. That is LOGEENIUS. Bye.
Love you, Lauren.
Love you.
Don't waste your time.